Good evening and welcome to Lou TV. The 2020 Intermediate Football Championship final between St.Brides and Kilkerley Emmets is finally among us. Joining me here on the pitchside studio that we have set up for finals weekend, Peter Fitzpatrick, LGA Chairman, and Bob Doheny, Secretary of the County Board and also of St. Kevin's. Peter, I'll start with you. A lot of people fancy Kilkerley heading into the game. You have another opinion, however. Why?
Stephen, I seen the boys play the last two matches. I'm very, very impressed. I think Malloy and Riley in the middle of the field are very, very strong. Everybody's talking about Kilkerley, and in fairness, Kilkerley has won this intermediate championship maybe 2 or 3 times in the last number of years, and they'll probably be strong favourites. But I was very impressed with the overall performance that I've seen the boys play in the last 2 matches. And I think the midfield, as I said with Riley, it's going to be very, very strong. Fagan and McGill, I'm also very familiar with but I think the games, I think the boys are the harder passes to the final and Kilkerley. So I think it's going to be a very, very close game. I know Bob's going to be the handy way here. One person plays in the draw. I'm going to stick my neck out. I think the boys will be very good points.
A draw, Bob.
Yeah, look, I suppose I've seen these two teams the first hand. We've played both of them in the championship, and yeah, I can't see much between both teams. I think Kilkerley has a great scoring threat, and defensively, I think the Brides are very, very solid, very strong team, and they set up well. Like the Brides are the type of a team I believe set up for the occasion and who they're playing. You know, they can adapt well, but I just think that the scoring threat of Kilkerley as well is going to be hard to handle.
The Brides are a very hard-working, dogged team, as you said, Peter. What could spur them on to victory today? What do they need to do to beat Kilkerley?
I firmly believe that I don't think I used to manage Drummond years ago, and that used to play for years ago Drummond. And I think the mixture of the northern football with the hard physical football we have in Louth, I think that to me that's the Kendigan that is actually going to win the game today. I think in fairness to Kilkerley, like McEnany and Shane Lennon are probably the two best maybe forwards playing at the moment. But I think the way Declan has the boys team set out, they're going to be very defensive. They're going to close in the space. Like if you look at the last 2 or 3 games that Kilkerley played in the championship, like you know Shane Lennon and Ty got an awful lot of space. And in fairness to the boys, the boys seem to play a very defensive type of game. And I think they're counter-attacking and their speed in the half-back line at the moment I think it's going to be very hard for Kilkerley today. But listen, as I said, it's going to be a great game. It was certainly the first game we had here with an on tour. I think that the audience in the TV is going to have a fantastic evening.
Perfect evening for football, Bob.
Absolutely, couldn't be better. You know, we've seen it here earlier on. Yeah, there's a slight breeze, but it didn't affect the game. I expect an absolute cracker here this evening. We've got the weather, pitch conditions. So, what more do we want on a Saturday evening?
I have both of your predictions, more or less. Bob, you're going for a draw. Peter, you fancy the Brides. Peter, if you're the Brides, Declan McCoy, 1967, the last championship victory for the Brides. 53 years. Can you bridge the gap?
Any more good news? Listen, it's a long time, and it's something within the club that we want to rectify. Winning the end, it's quite fun. Once you cross this line here, boys aren't going to be thinking of 53 years old. Mostly, parents weren't born, so hopefully.
What does it mean to the people in Knockbridge? Obviously, great buzz about the place during the week. How's preparation went?
Preparation couldn't be bad. Everyone's fixed. That's the main thing. There's great buzz around Knockbridge, and once you know injuries,
so full bill of health.
And the playing staff. Yeah, but other than that, yeah.
Will you do it?
Touch wood. Listen, we give it everything we have, and we're good enough. We're good enough, but we're not. All the best.
Well, Declan, thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you.
All the best.
All the best.
Mark Clifford, Kilkerley, big favourites heading into today's game on many people's minds. How do you feel that you've dealt with the favourites tag heading into the game today? Obviously, you'll be looking to rectify last year's final defeat.
Absolutely, yeah, great opportunity, great to hear on Darver forward, Stephen, thank God. 6 straight months we think we'd be here at all, so just great. I hope the boys are ready for it. We believe it's a 50-50 game on the day, but we're confident without being cocky, so please God we go for the line now.
What's the key to victory today, Declan, for?
I think just holding up, getting a good start. We've probably made a couple of slow starts in the game, Stephen. Over a few games, sure, so getting a good start, and a little bit of confidence from there, and the Glashers who do awful back.
Do you feel, Mark, that you're a senior team, senior outfit? Is that where you belong, as far as you're concerned?
Probably moved to Clash earlier years, I have been a senior club, but only the last 4 or 5 years have been down in the intermediate range. So it's been over the last couple of years now to inject a bit of into the squad and that, so hopefully we can get back up.
A clean bit of health?
Clean bit of health, couple of little knocks, but nothing major.
And will you, final question, will you do it?
Huh?
Will you do it?
God,
No.
4, 3, 2.
Hello and thank you and welcome to Lou TV. I'm Dan Bannon from the Loud and Proud podcast, and now it's the CTI Business Solutions Intermediate Final. Kilkerley Emmets take on St.Brides, a local derby for the bragging rights, and also the Seamus Flood Cup. 12 months on, Kilkerley suffered defeat last season, while it's 53 years since St.Brides have captured a championship title. We'll begin with their team, and it's the exact same as the last day. With even you'll see your team in front of you 1 to 15, but Emmett Kirk will start like he did the last day, and their starting team as follows is Darren Breen in the goals, Ronan Bailey, Killian Kirk and David Kettle make the full back line. Connor Smith, Connor Dean and Michael Keane make up the half back line. Liam Malloy and Paddy Riley will start in the middle of the field, with Sean Murray, Kieran Dean and James Costello on the wing, Emmett Kirk, Kevin Herty in full forward alongside sweeper Lawrence Steen. We'll go with the Kilkerley team just before we are interrupted by the national anthem. It's Rian Hand, Barry McCarthy, Adam Shields and Fintan Brady, Kieran Clark, Kieran McGlynn, Patrick Morton.
Wind or slew, or keen the Ronnie going, fair boys best there, shan cheer or she shall fiasta, me off for Pindir on nothing roll, on of the hymns, some morn well, Megan or Bill, con bosh no sail, leg on his scream, to Lord Nabilan, Charlotte Connick,
So the national anthems are over. We'll finish with that team, the Kilkerley team. Rian Hands, Barry McCarthy, Adam Shields and Fintan Brady make up the full back line. Kieran Clark, Kieran McGlynn and Patrick Murta. The two bellies in the middle of the field again, Kieran and Cahill. On the right wing is James Fagan, he returns the side. Tyke McEnany in the 40. Kieran Murta on the left wing is a late change for Ewan McIntaggart. In the full forward line, Conor Quigley, Shane Lennon and Dan McKeown. I'm delighted to be joined once again by James Murray, former Newtown Blues player and St Nicholas's currently. James, no parade. It's a slightly different finals occasion this year.
Yeah, Dan, very surreal atmosphere, no parade, very little crowd, but the same prize at stake as we discussed in the podcast, a chance to get back into senior championship football, and I think it's going to be a cracking game. I'm
going to push on an early prediction, Jim, just before referee Stephen Murphy throws the ball in.
Kilkerley by the slightest of margins, Dan.
Brilliant stuff. Right, we're ready to go. Seamus flood time, and it's battle local derbies. Hotly contested, free in, pulling and dragging early on, and it's what you wouldn't expect. Big battle on the edge of the square, Jimmy. Killian Kirkman picked up by Shane Lennon. He fails to get the ball, find the target in Tyke McEnany. Another free out now to St.Brides. Captain James Costello, he has Kieran Bailey for company. Big turnover in the field. Another turnover, the turnover really going in here. Skinning here, flying early on. Liam Malloy picks the ball up, look to settle this side down, and a foot pass into Kieran Dean. Dean with 13 on his back will operate now in the 40. Paddy Riley with 9 on his back is playing full forward once again. He's taking on Adam Shields. He has runners outside, gives it to the right to Kieran Dean. He's continued his run. Dean cuts back out to Riley. Riley looks to shoot first time, does so, goes to the back post, is caught there, looks for it. Sure, penalty early on, early drama, Jimmy.
Yeah, great ball in by Paddy Riley. I know he went for the score, great catch. 100% penalty, pull him down.
That man Emmett Kirk with the catch, he had a big impact the last day, picked up a goal off the post. He was quickest to react there from a shot from nothing really. Bad effort from Paddy Riley, and was claimed wonderfully, and he was fouled for an early penalty that Riley himself was going to take. So Riley started well. Comes up to the rise. Drilled it low to the left hand corner. Wonderful finish, Jimmy.
Yeah, brilliant penalty. Bottom left hand corner, gave the keeper no chance, and it's a brilliant start for the Brides.
Brilliant start to the Brides, brilliant start to the game. It's lively, it's open. Early goal for the Brides from the penalty spot from Paddy Riley. Ball is batted down. Sean Murray picks up that possession. It's very physical, Jim, early on.
Yeah, I just watched the two teams warm up, and it was a very physical warm up with both of them, and they seemed mad for action. But unfortunately, Shane Lennon lost the ball early on with a good ball in, and the Brides capitalised and broke up the field.
Ball is played inside. Dan McKeown picks it up about an inch above the surface. He's been well tackled there. McKeown had a great semi-final, Jimmy.
Yeah, very similar last week. He won every ball out in front, and he caused a lot of hassle for the Feckins, and he started brightly here today.
Shane Lennon now with the chance to settle his side down. Nice distance out for Shane. Looks good. Yes, that's over the bar. Good response there by Kilkerley. Shane Lennon with a booming free kick.
Yeah, brilliant score there. He'll kick them all day, and he made no mistake. So
2-point game. Darren Breen goes short. Andrew Smith 10 on his back. He's playing left half back. Big hit there, late hit. Stephen Murphy's picked up with it. It's calling it Shane Lennon that's in trouble, is it?
Yeah, a lot of shouts here on the line here beside us. Brides fans very unhappy. Seemed to hit him late on.
Yeah, so Stephen Murphy's dealt with the issue there. Not to the liking of the Brides fans. Big hit early on. Andrew Smith's an influential player for the Brides, Jimmy.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see that early on. There is going to be a lot of hitting in this game. The two physical teams, particularly the Brides,
Mike's not working. Sorry for the technical issues there. The ball is broke down, and that man who was down, Andrew Smith, has received the knock he got early on. He's got his treatment, and he's come back into it to win that breaking ball. As the Brides now made an attack. Sean Murray, foot pass, but that's cut out by Fintan Brady. Brady now composed towards the ball, and he's given the job to Mark Kevin Herty. Kieran Bailey links as Brady goes up the field again. He scored the last minute goal in that win over St. Feckins in the semi-final, as the ball is worked to James Fagan. He's a late introduction. He missed the semi-final, remember. You see that hamstring heavily strapped, goes for the effort off his left foot, and that goes out to the left and wide. So Darren Breen now with a chance for the Brides to get going. Interesting, Jimmy. It looks, is it Lawrence Dean that's picking up Shane Lennon?
Yeah, it appears. I just seen just in relation to Brady there driving forward. He caused a lot of hassle last week. He got a great goal late on to seal the victory against the Fechans, and he uses the ball very well, you know, and that'll be key today. You don't want any wasteful passes, especially in the county final.
So Ty McEnany was deemed a foul. David Kettler, big battle under the kick out. Ball is played across by Costello, their captain, to Malloy. Malloy seen a lot of the action early on in this game. Picking up, gives it to Mick Keane. Keane takes the solo, gets turned back. He's the man that won the penalty, remember. Murray playing very deep, looking to distribute the ball. Great ball into Kevin Harty. Just gets there ahead of the hop. They started well here, the Brides. Full of confidence from that early goal. He's taking on his marker, Brady. Shrugs him off, wins the free kick. Has the advantage, but it's brought back, and now a chance for the Brides to open their tally from a free kick.
Yeah, a very direct play again with the Brides. They certainly have started the brighter team, and Kilkerley are going to have to realise they're going to have to pick things up here.
Sean Murray began the move. He looked to finish it now with the free kick on the right hand side, suited to a left for the free taker. Murray steps up, and it's a wide. So let off there, Jimmy.
Yeah, wasteful free to the left and wide. Kilkerley haven't really settled into the game as of yet. Just the one score from Shane Lennon. It was a great score, but certainly the Brides have been more impressive for me so far.
Ball is walked back. They're putting the Curly defence under real pressure. Paddy Riley sprinted across his whole full back line to hunt down Kieran Clark. Doesn't get there. Clark gets away, gives it to Kieran Bellew. Bellew's looking for support, has to turn around, flick it up the line to Ty McEnany. McEnany wins it out in front of his man. Ball is turned back inside. McEnany's looking for the option of Dan McKeown inside. Hop nearly goes over. Ronan Bailey. Lennon can't get it. Costello comes away with it, and it's every ball is hotly contested in there, Jimmy, isn't it?
Yeah, James Costello done very well. Shane Lennon attempted to flick the ball on. Costello was there to pick up the pieces, and we've the Brides on the attack again. But I'm very impressed with the Brides set up so far.
Malloy coming out with it again, gives it to Costello. Costello ships the challenge but finds Kieran Dean with a hand pass. He has two options inside, Herty and Paddy Riley. Up the plate, safe, and played to the wide and right to Emma Kirk. Kirk drives by his man, drives by Clark, 17 on his back. Started the game once again and gets a powerful point. Great score there by Emma Kirk.
Brilliant score by Kirk there. Yeah, Kieran Dean done very well again, winning the ball out the field. Didn't panic, laid it onto Kirk, took on two men and over the bar. Brilliant score, and again more positivity from the Brides. They really have started this game brightly.
Ball's kicked out. Rainham with the kick out. It's broken down in the direction of Kieran Bellew. It's a high challenge. Opts to take it quickly. Wants to get on with it. Brought up by Stephen Murphy. Ball is found. James Fagan inside. It's gathered the second time, and it looks to be on the ground. No one's touching the ball on the ground. He's put his body around it. Ball is, I think he's going to be hopped now by Stephen Murphy.
Yeah, right decision there with Murphy. In that sense, he can't really do anything on the ground with the ball. He's stuck between two positions, and it's right call to hop the ball and get the game going again.
Yeah, so young Morta there picks up that. He protected himself, protected the ball, Kieran. And it's a booking there. Some hot ball between, looks like Shane Lennon and Liam Malloy. Told to keep the distance by the referee, Stephen Murphy. Malloy wins it. This quick feet just gets the ball around, and Kieran Dean ships a heavy challenge again. But they're composed, the Brides, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, very composed. Kilkerley have been late in a number of tackles, and you know the referee Stephen Murphy, he's not hanging around, and he will penalise them, and they just want to be careful early on. I know tensions are flying, but the Brides are a lot more composed. But as we say, Dan McKeown's after winning the ball.
Big turnover there, and the Brides defence coming out with the ball. Ty McEnany has it. He's lively in it this morning. Gives in to Midlin. Midlin looks to get it onto his left foot, on the loop. James Fagan on the right foot, and it's a second wide for Fagan. So he was a late starter, Jim, and it's just he's missed 2 early shots.
Yeah, very used to seeing James Fagan playing around the middle of the field. He's been an excellent player over the years for Kilkerley, but 2 chances and it's 2 chances gone. Whereas up the other end, the Brides have been a lot more composed and they've taken their chances so far.
Bellew wins that kick out, drives, looks to drive and uses it to his advantage. Gets by the first attacker, has options inside. Conor Quigley has it, quick hands, gives it onto his left foot. And Kilkerley fans on the bank seem to like it, and yeah, that's the second score tonight for Kilkerley.
Yeah, a great score, Bellew. We've seen him doing it last week, especially in the second half. He gives that energy to his team, drove forward, laid the ball off, and a good score for Kilkerley, just what they needed.
Darren Breen now looking to get it on the way. He puts the hand up, there's a signal, a choreographed kick out on the way, and it's deemed a little bit too long, but Kettle tries to grab it, and Costello picks up that breaking ball. He's found there by Patrick Murta. So head injury, ball stopped, play is stopped and slowed down. And Kieran Bailey's going to receive a chat. He was sent off the last day, picked up 2 yellow cards just before the water break in to Feckens. And Sean Murray again with the possession. High ball into the square, broken down by Paddy Riley into Emma Kerr. Chance for Kieran Dean with the shot. He's missed the head in the hands. You can tell straight away, Jimmy.
Yeah, I thought his confidence would be up, Dan, because he has started the game well. He's brought a lot of, he hasn't given the ball away at all so far, but that was a soft wide, and he's let Kilkerley off the hook.
So Reinhardt, you impressed with his kickouts the last day, Jimmy?
Yeah, brilliant. Just not even the kickouts. He made 2 brilliant saves, Dan, especially late on in the second half when the Feckens were 3 or 4 points up, but he didn't let up, and he found Bellew with numerous kickouts last week, and I'm sure he'll be looking to do the same this week.
Yeah, there's a commentator's crush there. He's kicked that away. Conor Dean came into the middle and did very well to claim that. And double whammy, and there's a free in now for the Brides in a very positive position for them. Murray clips it, just took his eye off the ball and clipped it into the intercepting Fintan Brady. Attacking it here, Kieran McGlynn. He loves to run from half back. He came up the field against the Feckens the last day, kicked the point as well. Back out to Conor Quigley, takes the ball first even touch, just flicks it out from off the
brilliant score, Dan. Yeah, 2 passes to play, run off the middle, laid it off and Quigley over the bar. Brilliant score for Kilkerley, and for all the mistakes early on, they're only a point behind.
Maybe that's the advantage to scoring prowess that Kilkerley have. 2 in a row for Conor Quigley. Ball is clipped short into Murray, who give that ball away. Importantly, he's tackled, he's pulled, he's delayed by Shane Lennon. Tyke McAnizzi now comes across to Killian Kirk. Dries out his defence. Even Campbell Lazarus just gives the ball away under serious pressure there by Murta. Kieran Bellew has it, looks up the field, down the line to James Fagan. Fagan just about gets there, strong, holds Laurentine off, picks it up with the left foot, plays the ball out. There's a possible goal chance here. Paul is played into Conor Quigley, gets it on his left foot, low and hard, and just into the back of the net. It went under the net of goal. I didn't think it was in, but Conor Quigley, Jim.
1-2 for Quigley, yeah, but brilliant play from James Fagan. Ball dropping the ground, he was able to scoop it up, lay it off and back in the net. Yeah, fantastic.
Wonderful finish there, and it's all Kilkerley after a bright start from the Brides. They've taken the foot off the grass, another turnover in the half forward, and goes down the other end of the field. Conor Quigley with the finish, and it's game on here. And 1-3 to 1-1. And the ball is played up the line now. So a big 1-2 from Conor Quigley. Massive impact on the game. So the ball is a sideline now as the Brides look to respond after that hammer blow, Jim, it must be said.
Yeah, very simple play there by Fagan. Laid the ball out, one more pass into Quigley. Back of the net with left foot, great finish, and the 2 points beforehand as well. He's really started the game brightly for Kilkerley, as well as this man.
Yes, Kieran McGlynn looking to set another attack for Kilkerley. He's driving with the number 7 on his back. He just overplayed that time. Under real pressure from Liam Malloy, screws it out in for a sideline. The Brides take it quickly. Killian Kerr comes out the field, gives it Darren Breen, his goalkeeper, is out in the 21-yard line. Gives it to Andrew Smith, who's been quiet since that big hit early on from Kilkerley. Another big hit. And it's James Costello with possession. Paddy Riley's come out the field. He still has Adam Shields as for company, but shrugs him off. He's looking to drive and get his Brides team back in the way, but he kicks the ball away to Barra McCarthy. McCarthy takes the ball. He's fouled, and they get it on the way quickly. Tyke McEnany on the ball.
Yeah, McCarthy done very well. The Brides fans aren't happy here. There was a late tackle on one of the players there. And Kilkerley keeping possession, but it's very niggly, Dan. But you know, for the slow start Kilkerley had, they're ahead. Game stopped now.
Stephen Murphy has seen something off the ball. So ball is coming out. It's fell off the ball inside by on Shane Lennon, and it's been played back by Kieran Belly. He gives it right back to his goalkeeper, Ray in hand. He played in the goals last year. He's playing the goals this year. We played in the middle of the field last year. He is given a call. Belly drives forward, turns around, just gets turned over there, goes right down where the Brides want them.
Yeah, Kieran Dean, his own half, good ball up the line there, but I just noticed early on, Dan, Lennon and McEnany have pulled out to try and leave McKeown with that space like they did last week, but unfortunately he hasn't had the same impact on the game yet. I know it is early days, but the Kilkerley looking to play the same system.
Umpire spotted something inside, so Stephen Murphy's coming back. So Stephen Murphy has been notified by his umpire something's going on off the ball. So ball is in the arms of Kieran Dean. He'll get action on the way. So it looks to be a sub here. Richie Halfpenny is going to come in. He came on the last day. Andrew Smith looks to be gone as Stephen Murphy calls over. It looks like he's calling over the two number 17s, Kieran Clark and Emma Kirk, for Stern speaking to Jim.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there, but it's been a steady start. Unfortunately, both teams have kicked a number of balls away. I know it's probably championship final nerves, but for the Brides' quick start, they find themselves 2 points behind.
So, yellow card for Kieran Clark. 2 yellows, I think. As Richie Halfpenny looks to come into the game. He won't get on. They're down to 14 men as Andrew Smith it looks to be gone. His final is over early on. It's a big loss for the Brides, but ball is played into the arms of Kevin Hart. He opts not to take the mark, drives at the Kilkerley defence. He has Liam Malloy inside, he's behind the cover, has a chance on the loop, gives out to Paddy Riley onto his right foot, and Riley makes sure, and it's a good response from the Brides.
Yeah, great score with Paddy Riley, but better play even from Kevin Hart. He won the ball, decided not to take the mark, took on his man into Riley and over the bar, and we've pointed it. Just on that, at the substitute, Dan, there's no reason why the game couldn't have been stopped to let Halfpenny on the field. It was only a 10-15 second job, but they opted not to.
So we cut now for a water break. 1-3 to 1-2 Kilkerley lead, and they'll be more than happy with that, Jim.
Yes, and certainly the first 5 minutes the Brides started very brightly. Then Quigley came into the game, 2 great scores from play, a brilliant goal, and they find themselves ahead. But it's an entertaining 15 minutes, yep.
Absolutely, really, really good game. It's very evenly poised. What will Declan McCoy be saying to his troops underneath us here?
They haven't lined up out as defensively as I expected, Dan. If Kieran Dean dropping out into the 40, he's picking up the ball, and get the ball into Paddy Riley. He's in there for a reason, so get the ball into him, and he'll cause Kilkerley problems.
So both sides very snappy water break. They're keen to get the game on the way. So it'll be resumed now, the game, with a in-hand kick out. Going long, and it goes right into the arms of Michael Keane. Keane drills the ball into Paddy Riley, beats his marker, beats Kieran Clark, the sweeper, comes out with the ball onto his right foot, plays it inside. Fintan Brady intercepts it. How crucial could that be? Kevin Herty was lurking behind Jim.
Yeah, defender done very well, but they're just opting to get the ball in quickly to Riley. I mentioned the last patch to play. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the ball away, but you know, the early ball for the Brides is working, but they have to be able to take their chances.
Wonderful piece of skill there from Kieran McGlynn. Flicks the ball up under serious pressure, still in possession of the ball, very composed. He's having a great game, a great start for Kilkerley in the half back line. Ty McEnany has it now. He's sizing up his options. There's plenty of red jerseys behind the ball in front of him. Opposite, give it out. They're working it patiently in the half forward line. Kieran McGlynn again has it. Opposite, kick it in, but decided against it. He's jinking left, jinking right. Does kick it in at the end. It's blocked down there by Lawrence Steen. The Bride sweeper still finds Murta, and Murta plays the ball inside to Dan McKeown, who's out in front for the first time today ahead of Ronan Bailey. He still goes on. He's burrowing away, trying to find the possession, but gets turned over. Good work there from Bailey, and it's a big turnover for the Brides in the defence.
Yeah, brilliant tackling there with Ronan Bailey to win back possession from Dan McKeown. They're going to have to do that. He is a live wire. He does tend to take on the man, but yeah, brilliant by Ronan Bailey.
Michael Keane now looks to launch another attack for the Brides. He's jinking left. He's been well marshalled by Cathal Bellew, who has played centre back for majority of the campaign for Kilkerley, but he's out in the middle of the field today on James Costello. Murray links up well with Costello, cuts through. He has options, can go right the way through. He has men outside him. Kevin Herty's out there, has a chance for the shot, goes to take the shot. I think that was a near lob, Jim, was it?
Yeah, it was still a good save by Rian Hand. I mentioned in the pre-match podcast about Owen Duffy cutting through that Kilkerley defence last week. Well, Sean Murray done the exact same, hard running and a great goal chance, but unfortunately the Brides weren't able to take it.
So, big chance here. For it looks like Emma Kerr's going to take it. Emma Kerr to strike the ball. He drilled it, looks good. You can tell by the reaction underneath us. That's a great score from Emma Kerr. Rian Hand with the quick restart, gives it out to the wing to Murta. Once again, he wants to get it on the way quickly. Opposite inside, that's cut out by Conor Dean. So both sides kicking the ball away here, Jim.
Yeah, that was sloppy play there, and we've the Brides in the attack. But I've noticed if the Brides are running the ball, they're causing them a lot of problems, you know. And you know, here we go again. It's just a case of using the ball wisely. Shaw passing, and this man Paddy Riley was such an impact so far in the game.
He's cutting right through. Riley has man outside him, turns, rolls the defender, gives it out to Costello. Costello on his left foot. He's blocked down by Fintan Brady. He's been very good so far, Brady.
Yeah, that was just crying out for a right-footed player, unfortunately, but Brady started the game really well, and we've a counter-attack now.
Counter-attack to Shane Lennon. He's very deep. He has Dan McKeown inside him. Turns, he has company for himself there. Shane still keeps possession, gives it out to Conor Quigley. He's hit 1-2 so far today. His confidence is up. Giving it to Kieran Clark, who's joined the attack. Lennon is still out on that deep area of the field as Clark continues his run. He gets the ball on his left foot, has a shot. Umpire's quick to wave that one wide.
Yeah, very wasteful, Dan. You know, we mentioned Lennon is out the field. They're playing the same tactics, but you know, that was a poor effort. They probably should have worked the ball back out.
Now Lawrence Steen has it, gives it to Richie Halfpenny for his first touch of the action in this final. Sean Murray, he's coming ever more influential in this game for the Brides. Picks the ball up and gives it to Riley. Riley's really driving at the Kilkerley rear guard. Shields, bottles up Kieran Dean. The case a little enlarged there, Jim.
Yeah, Kieran Dean done very well, but again it came Sean Murray strong running into Paddy Riley, who won the ball. And you know, for a defensive team, they are going very direct, and that's the way they're going to win this game.
So Kirk again, he's kicked that 45. He's going to look to follow that up with a free kick, this time out of the hands. Doesn't look good from our cameras. No, that's to the right and wide.
Yeah, just he kicked after kicking the great one off the ground there.
45. Yeah.
45. I don't know why he didn't stick with the original plan, but the draw game and the foot passing has been bad.
Great kick out there by Ryan Hand. Gives it into Kieran Bellew. Made a great run from the centre. He's tackled by Emmett Kirk and he's going to go in the book. Maybe again. He's given a speaking to that time with Kieran Clark.
Yeah, it was more just a clumsy tackle than I think he's numerous players booked after in the first half so far.
Yeah, he picks up his yellow card. He didn't get a yellow that time with Kieran Clark. It's just Kieran that got the yellow. So Kieran Bellew clips the ball back to Barry McCarthy. Gets it, juggles it, gets it in his hand and over hits that hand pass. Big chance here for the Brides. Riley senses it. He drives right down the heart of the defence. Oh, still going Riley. Flicks it out and it's just intercepted. Shields redeems himself by picking up that intercepted pass on Kevin Herty. Riley could have went himself.
Yeah, I wouldn't even not going himself. Just kick the ball over the bar. We're only 20 minutes, 15 minutes into an intermediate championship. Points count, but here the Brides are on the attack.
Big interception by Lawrence Dean. It's played out now to Herty. Herty gets it on his right foot. Doesn't go over the bar to the right and wide.
More wastefulness from the Brides. They're dominating this game at the minute, but they're not taking the chances.
So Reenhan now looking to get them on the way fairly quickly here again. Clipped out wide to Kieran Clark. He's seen a lot of the action as well. They're building slow. I think players are taking a bit of a breather out of Jim.
Yeah, it's been a wild start. Just the number of the forwards that we mentioned for Kilkerley in the podcast: Shane Lennon, Tyke McEnany, Dan McKeown. They haven't had much of an effect on the game at the minute, whereas the key players for the Brides, Paddy Riley, Mary, they're really causing problems when they started the game very well.
So McEnany on the ball, he's under pressure by Emmett Kirk. He's been in the book with a yellow card and he's another foul there by Kirk. He's not happy with that call and McEnany wanted to take it quickly and he's slowed down by David Kettle, who's been given that marking job today. And it's been moved up, maybe crucially, for Shane Lennon to have a shot. That goes short. It's kept alive though by James Fagan, and it's Conor Dean who comes away with the ball. So 1-3 apiece here in Darver. Ball is played inside to Kevin Herty. He's been lively early on. Goes at his man Fintan Brady. They're having a great battle there. Herty still in possession of the ball. Works the way back out to Conor Dean. They're going to recycle it across. Killian Kirk, look how forward he is. Looks to find Mary on the loop. He has it on his right foot. Clips the ball over the bar to give the Brides a lead. 1-4-3.
Brilliant score from Sean Murray. Kieran Dean again wasn't wasteful, held up the ball. Murray made the run and over the bar. I've been so impressed with Sean Murray so far. He's really been brilliant.
Murray playing on the right wing. His right hand gets us on the way again, clips the ball out to that right wing, and Cathal Bellew's entirely unmarked, takes the mark, takes it quickly into the arms. It's free out. Right decision, Jimmy.
Yeah, right decision. Great defending by David Kettle. Brides have been very good defensively, and probably should be a few points more ahead, but Kilkerley will be happy enough without playing really well. They only find themselves a point behind.
So ball is played up the field now. Riley again going at his marker, going at his scoring opportunity, and gets it. Another big score by Paddy Riley.
That's more like it, Dan. Yeah, we've mentioned it previously. He made a great run through and decided to go for goal, but on that occasion beat his man, went to the right and over the bar. Great decision, and we've 2 points in it.
So Bride's playing really well here, starting the game very well, and then let the Kilkerley back into it, but they've stormed back into it. Good points from Paddy Riley and Sean Murray. Free now in the half back line for Shane Lennon, for Kilkerley. He's taking his time to get up. He got a bit of abuse there.
Yeah, he was putting himself about early on, Shane, but he took a good bang there, and Kilkerley will be worried because he's still down.
2 point game. Shane's going to take it himself. No, he's going to drop it down for Kieran McGlenn. McGlenn looking for his options. Not too many moving. Does eventually clip it to that experienced player, James Fagan. Fagan wins this free. Advantage is being played. Kieran Bellew has advantage over, says the referee, Stephen Bellew. Comes out to Murta. Murta turns in.
There will be 5 minutes of additional time. 5 minutes.
5 minutes of additional time you can hear announced on the PA system. That'll tell you about the stoppages early on. Tyke McInerney takes the mark on 2 knees. That's a wonderful mark take, Jim.
Yeah, just when Kilkerley needed it, Dan. Kilkerley seemed to be finding chances a little bit harder to come by than the Brides, but Tyke McInerney there with brilliant hands. Straight over the black spot. Brilliant score.
Great score from McInerney. He knows where the marks are, and he knows how to take them, and he knows how to score them too. Just reduces the margin a little bit. 1 point game. Darver Breen with the long kick out, goes in the direction of Liam Malloy. Malloy can't take it as Cathal Bellew plucks a wonderful take from the Kilkerley midfielder. Goes long himself into Shane Lennon, can't take it at the first attempt, throws off. Killian Kerr gets a sight at the post. Doesn't like it, didn't like it, and it just cut it too much to the left and wide.
Yeah, very, very unlike Shane Lennon, but it's better play from Kilkerley. Bellew won the kick out, 1 ball in, and that's how they played. That's how they played last week. That's how they won the game, and they're going to have to play Route 1. But I'd say Kilkerley will probably be happy with the teams because the Brides have been far superior and only find themselves 1 point ahead.
So 1 point ahead in this CTI Business Solutions Intermediate Final. I'm Dan Bannon, I'm joined by Jimmy Murray on co-commentary as Darren Breen goes short to Malloy, who lays it off, and driving up the field is Michael Keane. Keane turns back, looks for support, doesn't find it, opts to go with the ball himself. He's looking up now, it's just Paddy Riley alone inside, isolated, clips the ball in his direction, and he wins it out in front of Adam Shields. Bends, picks, Shields looks to hold him off, Riley shrugs him off and goes to take the shot, and it just cuts to the left to the near post and wide. But it was a great battle at the edge of the square. 2 big men, Jim. Yeah, and Paddy Riley's just edging it at the minute. He's winning the ball first hand coming in, and he's creating, whether it be a goal or point chances, and I've been very impressed with both him and Sean Murray for the Brides. So Keane again launched another attack for the Brides, picked the ball up there in the air off Rainhan's kick out, and Sean Murray again looks to attack that line. Gets onto his left for a wonderful score from Sean Murray. Yeah, just mentioned him there, Dan, and he must have been listening to me because that was an absolutely brilliant score on his weak and left foot. Yeah, absolutely brilliant play, and the Brides. Yeah, the left footer there, Sean Murray, clips that over, put 2 points ahead. Kilkerley looked at if James Fagan can't win it. Big momentum swing here for the Brides. Murray again just clips that ball out at ease. He's playing with confidence. Costello, the captain, will he be left in the Seamus Flood Cup? He finds Kevin Herty inside, continues to 1-2, gets onto his left foot. James Costello, great score from the Brides. Yeah, brilliant play, 2 in a row for the Brides. Sean Murray must be 2-footed because he's played that one past him with the right foot. But for all the domination, this is more like from the Brides. They deserve to be a couple of points ahead, and they find them just in that lead. 3 points in it now, and they've been very, very good so far. Cathal Bellew goes short again. Barry McCarthy has it, plays it out to Cathal Bellew again. He's looking to drive and get his side back into contention here. They're 3 points down. He's fouled by Kieran Dean. Bellew ups to go long. And the ball has been cut out by Michael Keane. Keane's influence has grown, Jim. Yeah, he's playing very well. Kilkerley are just trying to force it a little bit, maybe a little bit of panic stations. But these boys in here are causing massive problems. Kevin Herty as well has been very good, But Kilkerley just need to settle in the game. We're only 25 minutes in, 26 minutes. Chance for Herty. Herty picks up that turnover and clips the ball over the bar. Yeah, just couldn't get the ball out. Kilkerley there, as I said, they find it very hard to settle into this game, and we have a 4 point swing now. Just a 4 point blitz. Well, 3 in a row, one from Sean Murray, Costello and Herty, but 3 quick points. I've seen their lead become 4 points. The ball is played out long, out to the left hand side. It's claimed, it's not claimed, it's booted on the floor there. Kieran Clark picks up that breaking ball and goes back to Barry McCarthy. McCarthy's in space, finds Kieran Mendele, cuts back in to find the support as we go to half time. And Jim, that's a big half from St. Brides.
Huge. Very impressed with their balance, you know, whether it be Kieran Dean coming out the field, Sean Murray picking up ball on the 40 there. They're going route one they need to, they're running the ball when they need to, and they're doing everything right, and they, you know, justifiably 4 points ahead and well deserved.
So 1-8 to 1-4 here at half time in the CTI Business Solutions Intermediate Championship.
dominant in midfield. And I suppose the one place you have to be dominant against Kilkerley is midfield and total control. They were just slipping off the scores. Yeah, look at Kilkerley had a wee couple of taps there. But I'm not so sure. You know, it's going to be good enough performance from them inside the weekend forward. And Conor Quigley's doing a lot of their work inside there. But right, what a half. Outstanding half.
Good coach right up.
Yeah, they're Patrick Riley from the big. Michael Dean is having a great game. Look, they're dominating around them. And Landis Coach is used a lot of them.
So we're on the way. It's a big second half. Who will get the hands of the Seamus Flood Cup? James Costello might be. He's their captain for the Brides. It's a lead by 4 points. Straight off the throw-in. Sean Murray just gets cut out there by Kieran Clark. No changes on both sides. As James Fagan picks the ball up for Kilkerley. They'll want to get back into this game, James.
Yeah, they will do. They probably tried to force things too much the first half, but it was an almost flawless first half performance from the Brides. 4-point lead, and you know the only thing against it was they probably should have been more ahead. You know. It was an excellent first half performance.
So free in for Kilkerley, a chance for them to eat into that 4-point deficit. No better man than Tyke McEnany to have it. On the right hand side, off his trusty left boot. McEnany strikes it, he likes it. Great score and a real pressure there, Jimmy.
Yeah, sweet as enough. Goal game now, Tyke McEnany. I didn't really doubt him, you know, he's an excellent place ball kicker and, you know, straight over the red spot.
They need to get an early, good, bright start on the scoreboard for Kilkerley.
Yeah, you know, the foot passing was very poor in the first half, and, you know, a lot of passes went astray. Just need to settle into the game. There's only a goal in it, you know. Stop trying to force the play. Great tackle.
Good tackle there. The ball is played in by Kieran Bellew gives it into Shane Lennon, who takes the mark over his left shoulder. Wonderful piece of skill there, Jimmy.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, he's back in closer to the goals where I prefer to see him. You know, great hands. Dan McKeown was in behind him looking for the breaking ball, but he didn't need him. Shane caught him over the bar. 2 points.
Great score. It's the perfect start for Kilkerley.
Yes.
They've been a real component of the mark this year, Jim, and wonderful skill there executed by Shane Lanning.
Yeah, great hands. I mentioned previously that they do play very direct, and when you have a fella of his calibre in there catching the ball and kicking over the bar, there's no point in trying to complicate the game. Just get the ball into him.
So Kilkerley's 2 marksmen inside have got themselves back into this game, only 2 points down now. Real leadership being shown by Tyke McEnany and Shane Lanning. Richie Halfpenny gives the ball across, very well timed to Killian Kerr. To the gasp of the Brides faithful here underneath us on the banks in Darver. Killian Kerr, he was in Canada last year, he's been a big impact this season. Ball is played back out to Emmett Kerr. Wants to take a shot on, gains a few extra yards. A wonderful effort from Emmett Kerr.
Brilliant score there by Kirk, celebrating to his fans on the side here, but yeah, very composed. Went to shoot the first time, delayed it, took a solo and straight over the black spot. But yeah, brilliant score, and just what the Brides needed in the second half to settle them down.
So Ryan Hand opposite clipped the ball out long in the direction of James Fagan, doesn't make him. James Costello takes that undercooked kick out and drives into the heart of that Kilkerley defence. 3 points in the game, wins the free kick. Great work there from Costello.
Yeah, didn't opt to take the mark, drove the ball forward and forced the free there from the Kilkerley player, and it's a chance to get back to the 4-point game.
Sean Murray on the free. Goes through the usual to routine. Takes the hop. It's a good long look at the post. Right. Takes the shot, that's going to the left and right. I think maybe his own player put him off there, Jim.
Yeah, making the run, no need to do it, let him kick the ball, but it's probably the first black mark we can put on Sean Murray in the game because he's been so influential, but Kilkerley get off the hook there.
So Ryan Hand, 3 points down. Kilkerley might need a goal, gets cut out, undercooked again. Murray's on it like a shot. Space in front of him, has options, drops the goal alone. A little bit over the bar.
Great score with Sean Murray, makes up for the miss free a few minutes ago. Brilliant leap by Kieran Dean there. Get off the ground, win the ball. Murray there to pick up the pieces, and it's a 4-point game.
So, kick out and that goes over into Cathal Belly. He wants to let them up on the way very quickly. Ball is played along into the McKeown and Lennon, and that's Ronan Bailey read that the quickest out in front of his man. Conor Dean as he fouled by Dan McKeown. Wants to take the ball, wants to take it quickly. Gets in the way, so brought up there, Jim.
Yeah, I think Dan McKeown was just trying to slow the Brides play down, but
so Dan McKeown's going in the boot. Trying to slow it down. You can see the yellow card.
Yeah, just a sign of frustration, isn't it, to be booked? They find themselves 4 points down, and the Brides' defence are coming to grips with them.
Michael Keane, he's been very good. Drives up the field here, Michael Keane. Has options outside him. Emmett Kirk on the touchline. It's Paddy Riley inside. Hasn't seen much of the action this far. Kirk drives into that challenge and picks up the free off.
Yeah, Emmett Kirk has started the second half very well. Got a point from play and forced the free there from the Kilkerley defence. And the Brides are pushing on here, and Kilkerley are going to have to step it up if they want to stay in this game.
So Mary's on his right, plays it into left foot into Dean. Dean leaves the ball behind him, plays it back into Mary. Mary's in an advanced position, cuts across the field, looking for support. Finds neither James Costello or Lawrence Dean. Has Cathal Bellew, has no sweeper. There's been a chance of the counter attack here. Tyke McEnany has it, cuts across on his left foot. There's only Dan McKeown in front of him. He's pulled to the ground with a head by his marker, David Kettle. The referee, Stephen Murphy, certainly going to have a word now with David Kettle.
Yeah, very high tackle by Kettle there. McEnany went to go round him on the outside. Lennon had pulled out, and unfortunately for Kettle, he had to give away the free.
So a lifeline now possibly for Kilkerley to get back into the game to reduce it to 3. Kettle gets a black card for his troubles, so they're down to 14 men. For that pull down, deliberate pull down on Tyke McEnany, so that could weigh things up heavily here.
Yeah, it'll favour Kilkerley. It was just a sloppy challenge, wasn't it? You know, he didn't have to do it. There was an extra Brides man there in defence, you know, when McEnany went by him.
Lennon has a chance to kick. He's up, nearly give it into Ty McEnany. After taking it himself, goes wide, goes to the right, but doesn't fight. Goes wide eventually off the hands of James Fagan inside.
Yeah, very unlike Shane Lennon there. Unfortunately, the Kilkerley forwards couldn't catch the ball there when it was kicked in. But they're going to have to try and take one of these chances because, you know, it's 4 points and the extra man will make a difference, but they need scores. And they need
looks like a substitute here. Kieran Murtagh's making way for Ewan McIntaggart.
Ewan McIntaggart for number 18, Kieran Murtagh.
So Ewan McIntaggart has started every game in this run to the final. Likes to get on a lot of possession, busy player around the field. He'll go on Mick Keane, try and slow his influence down on this game. Breen gets us underway. Long kick out in the direction of Paddy Riley. He's come out deep. He's been followed by Alan Shields. But Richie Hibney picks up the breaking ball, turns back, looks for support, and it's a big battle there in the edge of the square with Riley and Adam Shields.
Yeah, they haven't really used Riley so far in the second half. They haven't needed to do so, but Shields will want to just maybe come to terms a little bit more with Riley's pace. And
Sean Murray sprays the ball across with the left foot, but it's well taken there by Fintan Brady.
Having a great game.
Yeah, didn't take the defensive mark. Clips the ball into Shane Lennon. He's coming out deep as well, trying to get his hands on the ball. As referee is giving a free to Patrick Murtagh, he's
no hand in the air dance, so I don't know who's getting the free.
Looks like Patrick Murtagh was fouled when Shane gave that ball. So a chance there for Kilkerley. They need to get back into this game. They're 4 points down. Paddy Riley with a penalty from the spot in the opening couple of minutes of the game. Ewan McIntaggart gets on the ball early on. First touch, finds Fagan with the 1-2. Fagan turns back round, gives it out to Dan McKeown. He's been well marshalled this evening by Ronan Bailey. He's Lawrence Dean for company as well. Evades both of them, gives the ball inside to McEnany onto his left foot, twists back onto his right. Looks for options. They've been well tackled there by the Brides. There's really serious work going on. Carl Bellius found through, goes to the goal, and that dribbled effort goes to the left and wide.
Yeah, it was good play by Dan McKeown. He held onto the ball. Fagan walked the ball across, you know. But in that case, Bellew may as well probably tip the ball over the bar and bring it back to a goal game because still 4 points in the here.
Yeah, and maybe that's the sense of panic that's beset upon Kilkerley.
Teams have a tendency to do it, but we've 25 minutes left. You know, there's no need to be panicking at this stage.
Darren Brain clips the ball across to Liam Malloy's under it, but it's broken by Murtagh into the hands of Richie Hibney. Second breaking ball in a row by Hibney, the sub. As Kevin Hardy's driving at Fintan Brady. Brady does well, slows him down, dispossesses him, doesn't foul. Murtagh gets the hand in, still going, dispossesses him again. And finally the pressure from Hardy forces Fintan Brady to foul him in the end.
Yeah, Brady done well initially, took the ball off Hardy, but Hardy didn't give up, went again and forced the free, and it's another chance for the Brides. They can go 5 points up here.
It must be a nightmare for a defender, Jim, when a forward just keeps going at you and keeps going at you and keeps going at you.
It's like a bulldog, and he just puts the head down and goes at. He's very, very direct, and he's been played very well
Tireless,
so far.
Yeah. Emma Kirk now. I think the shot is Aaron High looks to be coming in. Kirk takes that, a man full of confidence here.
Great score. This game is slipping away from Kilkerley.
Brides down to 14 men, remember, and have kicked a point. Kilkerley failing to get into grass with it. It's a 4-man free in the home full back, and Kieran Bailey kicked the ball away, intercepted by Paddy Riley, who has Kevin Harty inside. Harty jinxes back out onto his left, onto his right, back out onto his right, back out to Riley. Riley surrounded by bodies there, and he's just he's slowing things up. He's waiting for the cavalry to arrive, and it does so in Sean Murray. Murray has Kieran Dean outside him, opposite give it in short to Riley. Riley to patiently working the ball across. Emma Kirkcastle just kicked the point, full of confidence, takes that shot from play, and that's to the right and wide as Aaron High comes in for the Brides.
Yeah, strange play by Paddy Riley. You know, he probably was in a shootable position, and the Brides decided to walk the ball back, and you know, ended up with a wide. But you know, they'll be reasonably happy.
Michael Keane makes way. Sorry, it's Liam Malloy that's coming off. No, there's a bit of confusion here. It is eventually Michael Keane is going off. That was the name down the slip. So Michael Keane's going off.
Bit of a strange one. I thought he was actually playing very well.
Yeah. So the ball's kicked in. Still down to 14 men. Ty McEnany playing very wide. Tackled by the other 13. That's Kieran Dean. Back out to Murta. Murta plays it in to McEnany. Links up with Shane Lennon. Lennon looks for wit. Has Kieran Bellew on the attack. Has Ewan McIntyre outside him. Takes a big hit, late hit there from Liam Malloy. The ball is turned over. Great block down and wonderful defensive work by the Brides.
Yeah, got plenty of bodies back and they're on the break. This man again, Kieran Dean. I've been very impressed by the setup. They have a lovely balance and they're using Herty as well inside very well.
McKirk full of confidence, driving into tackles, turning out, taking lovely solos, has to head up all the time. Paddy Riley now is coming out to get his hands on the ball to slow the game down. They have full control of this game as Liam Malloy overhits a hand pass over Conor Dean's head. Another mistake hand pass by Barry McCarthy. Sean Murray's quickest onto it. He's looking to get a shot onto his left foot. Does so, but it's blocked down there well by Adam Shields. But the Brady hoovers up as Kieran McLean looks now to counter for Kilkerley.
Yeah, good defending there by Kilkerley. Got bodies back and they really cannot afford to be conceding any more scores. It's a 5-point game. They have an extra player. They need to get some scores on the board here to stay in the game.
Kieran Bellew goes long. Shane Lennon's under it, shrugs off Killian Kirk, but Kirk gets the big strong hand and Lawrence Dean, the sweeper, comes away with possession. And a big positive for the Brides, and the ball's been brought up as well.
Yeah, and discipline from Kilkerley, but that's what you want your sweeping system to do, pick up that dirty breaking ball. Shane didn't hold on to the ball and the Brides break here again.
Sean married him and it's just electric here to see them. Goes by his man, but he's turned back, using the right option to have the lead. They use it to their advantage. Kevin Herty's in acres of space. He's only man in within 50 metres inside that line. It's about sprayed across to Aaron High. High will look to him, clips the ball inside to Herty. Herty gets the ball out in front of Brady. They're having a tremendous battle, the two of them. Brady holds him up, but Herty just puts the head down and drives at his man and wins the free. Brady's giving out that he felt his arm was being held, Jim.
Yeah, no, it usually favours the forwards, but Herty again, route one, winning the ball out in front, taking on his man, and you know he is causing serious problems in there for Kelly.
The Brides still down to 14 men. David Kettle still in the bin as Emma Kirk now, a man full of real confidence. We're going to kick his second point of the half. Yes, this will be his fourth point of the game, and he gets it. So his fifth point of the game.
Number 7, Michael Keane, will come on to replace number 8, Liam Malloy.
So Michael Keane does eventually, Liam Malloy does eventually get taken off for Michael Keane is coming back in. So Aaron High, a bit of messing again from the Brides and the substitutions.
Yeah, I can understand Aaron High switch coming on. You know, he's vast amount of experience and he'll keep things nice and settled out there, especially with a 6-point lead. But Michael Keane was playing very well, so just an error on their part. But I'd say the Brides are absolutely delighted here because they are controlling this game.
Yeah, 6 points up, water break. We've seen how well the Kilkerley men responded with the water break the last day. They were behind us against the Feckins in the semi-final. They outscored them 2-7-3. They need that to happen today.
Yeah, they certainly didn't panic last week when they found themselves 3 or 4 points down. This seems to be a little bit more of a daunting task than they're 6 points down. They haven't played as well as they did last week, and the Brides don't seem to be letting up.
So, final quarter. You heard the crowds are getting more boisterous, getting more noisy as the game goes on. 6 points the difference. Kieran Clark makes way. Sean McElroy is coming in. In hand, goes short. Shields plays it down the centre to Dan McKeown. Is a much deeper position. It's Ty McEnany and Shane Lennon inside for the start of this final quarter. McKeown slices that ball out. McEnany can't take that breaking ball.
No, it was a tricky pass, and the experienced head of Aaron Hoy there to pick up the ball and start another break here for the Brides.
So Kirk has it, gives it inside to Costello. Costello finds Paddy Riley is driving at them once again, driving at Kilkerley, clips the ball to oceans of space for Kevin Herty. He's going at his man once again on his left foot, doesn't like it, head in the hands as well, but still a wide is as good as a score, Jim.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that now, but it's probably the first mistake he's made the second half, Dan. He's having a brilliant game, he's showing for every ball, right and left, making brilliant runs, but just forced that on his weaker side. Bride's in full control here.
Fintan Brady comes out with the ball, gives it to Kieran Bellew. Is the one last surge from Kilkerley? They're going to get back into the game, or is the Brides going to end years of heartache? 53 years since they won a championship at any level. The ball is played in to McEnany. They need him to get back into this game and kick a couple of points. Sean McElroy has it on his left foot, gets the ball and he's get it, so the comeback could be on, Jim.
Yeah, great score by the sub who was introduced, Sean McElroy. Plenty of experience for Kilkerley, and just what they needed, but they need a couple of more then.
So David Kettle comes back in. He outscored Kilkerley 2-1 while he was off. So Brady's not in any hurry to take this kick out, looking for his targets. Paddy Riley's out the field. As Stephen Murphy's been having a word with Aaron Hoy and Sean McElroy.
You'd have to say the Brides have got their individual matchups spot on here today, and that results in a 5-point lead for them.
Riley can't take it. Costello can, takes that break. Wonderful break, great strength, great skill. He's been slammed to the ground, WWF style by James Fagan.
Bing bang boosh, but the Brides will take this all day, Dan. Slow the game down. Costello done absolutely brilliant there. That's a dirty ball to win, and he's won it.
But it was wonderful composure, just held the man off, bounced the ball in. He's the Bride's captain as James Fagan picks up a yellow card. Paddy Riley has the ball. Kieran Dean goes forward.
Kieran Dean has a tendency to pop up wherever he wants to.
Two subs here. Sean Hand is coming in, and Cormac Bellew, I think. Yeah, Cormac Bellew comes in for Barry McCarthy, and Conor Quigley goes off.
Yeah, Conor Quigley, he had a very big impact in the first half, scored 1-2, but unfortunately, as Kilkerley died out of the game, his role fizzled out as well. But they need a couple of more scores on the board, and the Brides are happy enough to slow things down, take the game at their own pace now.
Yeah, they have the lead. Remember the 5 points as Paddy Riley drills it into that corner for Emma Kirk to gather the ball. Kicks the ball, keeps on the deck, flicks it inside, but that ball is out over the line, and it's a line ball to Kilkerley. 5 points down, back in the corner. They'll have to start and mount this attack. Reenhan has it, walks the ball across to Kieran Bellew, gives it over the head, loopy hand pass. Sean Hand, sub has it now, his first touch of the ball. He's looking to drive and get Kilkerley up the field. Fintan Brady has it, he's looking up, he's the head up, ball goes in long. McEnany wants to take the mark, he gets punched away there and nearly turned over, but Paddy Riley, he's just been everywhere. He's picking up the ball, picking up possession, wins a free kick for a late tackle. Sean Murray has it, he's driving, he's having a great game here. Murray loops the ball inside, his hand pass goes to Conor Dean, the centre half, who's driving up the field. Dean falls into possession, nearly turned over. Emma Kirk has it safely in his hands and pops the ball in to Kevin Herty. It's just relentless from the Brides, Jimmy.
Yeah, brilliant. Emma Kirk's having a big impact on the great score.
Kevin Herty with the score.
Makes up for the last one he sliced off the left. He's been very influential, but just mentioned Emma Kirk there. He's picking up a lot of dirty ball, he's making great runs as well, and he's creating massive space for Herty inside.
The ball is broken down again to that man Herty, gives it to Paddy Riley. Riley fancies it from distance to the right and wide. So 6 point game, 113-17. Kilkerley badly need a goal to get themselves back into it, but it looks like they're going to be in the intermediate grade again for the second year running. Ball goes long, the hand gives it into Bellew boots the ball into the direction of Shane Lennon. Lennon takes it just outside the mark boundary, wins a free kick inside it.
Yeah, he was going to buy Kirk there, you know. It was a sneaky foul on Kirk's behalf, but unfortunately Shane would have drove on there with the ball. And
long free there for Lennon. Kicks it, gets it, hits off the post, blocked back out, and into the arms of Mick Keane. Kieran Dean has it. Has two men inside, Emmett Kirk and Kevin Hayes. He's pulled to the ground by Ewan McIntyre. Drops the ball, urges everyone to calm down. He's been told by referee Stephen Murphy to hurry it up.
Yeah, great play by Dean.
Head up all the time, gives the ball into Emmett Kirk. Kirk's ankles are clipped by Cormac Bellew, the substitute, and looks like it's going to be free now for Sean Murray to add to his tally and push the Brides 7 points ahead.
Yeah, great play by Emma Kirk. I mentioned if it's not Herty making the run, it's Kirk. You know, they've worked very well to get her in there. When Paddy Riley went back into the middle of the field, and, you know, it really has been an excellent performance by the Brides here.
So the ball's been brought in even further, make it even easier for Sean Murray to clip the ball over the bar.
Win this fucking ball! Win the next one!
So Greenhand's going out to get some water off joint manager Mark Clifford. Murray has the ball in his hands, and you have to say, Jim, the Brides have been absolutely superb this evening. They've won all the individual battles, got the matchups right, but the forward play, they have the platform at the back, they're very solid at the back, and they've so many busy forwards.
Yeah, well, attack minded, Sean Murray, Kevin Herty, Paddy Riley driving forward, and then, you know, they have that bit of defensive steel as well, even in the forwards. James Costas picked up a lot of dirty ball around the middle, you know, and drove them forward, and yeah, it's been a hell of a performance, I have to say.
So 7 points victory, 7 point advantage.
Not premature.
Just over yet. Ball breaks down into Paddy Riley. He's just been superb here, showing true leadership for the Knockbridge men. He has it there, just turned over and tackled, and a late challenge by Sean Hand. No real need for it.
Yeah, Riley seems to be in it.
Yeah, Stephen Murphy, he could be in trouble. He is going to be spoken. They might pick up a card.
Send them off, ref!
So yellow card for Sean Hand. The 7 points there. It's just not been Kilkerley State. It's been all St.Brides.
Yeah, even again there, Riley winning the kick out. There was no major panic. He held on to the ball, drove forward, and, you know, he's caused so many problems for Kilkerley here today.
Heiser finds the unmarked Kieran Dean in space on the 21-yard line. Kicks the ball over the bar. 1-15 to 1-7, and looks like game over, Jim.
Yeah, looks that way. Aaron Hoy has been around a long time. Lovely ball into Kieran Dean, and Kieran got his just reward because Kieran has played very hard. He's worked well on both sides of the field and kicked the ball lovely over the bar.
So the ball has been looked at. Kilkerley need a goal. They need a couple of goals, and they need them fast. They're looking inside to McEnany and Lennon. Ball is booted in long in the direction of McEnany. Breaks down too big and just goes beyond them, and it's just fallen. Every ball has fallen to the Brides. And it looks like Shane Lennon could pick up a black card here for that trip on Killian Kirk's marker.
Seemed to catch Kirk's hand.
The yellow card earlier on. Black. So that's the 14 man for the rest of this game.
You can hear from the reaction of the Brides fans here, they're absolutely ecstatic because they know they're headed towards senior football.
That's kept inside to Herty. He beats the man. Adam Shields dived in. Herty's bowling down and goal. Clots it and clips it over the bar.
Great score. Great pace. Head down. He's done it the whole game. He's been absolutely phenomenal, Dan. And that looks like game, set, match.
Yeah, 9-point win. It looks to be on the cards. Maybe it could be more as Sean Brennan looks to be introduced. Ball is clipped up the line. to Tyke McEnany. McEnany wants to get it quickly. Ball has been brought up. McEnany gets the score for Kilkerley. So that stops the sequence of 4 in a row.
Elderly gentleman here beside me making his voice heard, saying they'd done it in 1949. So I'll give him a mention. I don't know his name, but he's very boisterous.
That's Paddy Farrell.
He's very boisterous.
16 to 1-8 is the score. 8 points is the advantage for Kilkerley. That's what you hate me. He's been very good since he's come in, Jim.
Yeah, played very well. Like most of the Brides players, you can't really pick many that haven't played well.
James Costello now, the captain, gets put down, chopped down by Fintan Brady. They just drove at the Kilkerley defence time and time again.
Yeah, well, essentially a lot of Costello's work has been done around the middle of the field there, but that was brilliant running and forced the free, and it's another chance of a score.
So Emma Kirkwood makes way.
Another fella who had a great shift, scored a couple of points, got on a lot of ball, yeah. Be proud of the day.
Standing here. Great play by Emma Kirk.
Number 19, number 15, Dan McLean.
So Mary now with this 3. Another score for Sean Murray.
Just in terms of the Brides forwards, you know, Sean Murray dominated the first half. Kevin Herty absolutely dominated the second half, you know. And
Emma Kirk in between as well, the performance. So 9 points is the advantage. It's a case, Jim, the Brides players and mentors, they can enjoy the occasion now.
Yeah, you know, given the circumstances, it's a very strange time of year, you know, and you didn't have the build up normally, but you know, the prize at the end is still the same. Senior Championship, and looking at this performance, they'll certainly be able to hold their own at senior level.
Aaron High enjoying this moment in the sun, finds Kieran Dean once again. Kevin Herty's in behind. Dean wants to take the score himself, and he does so.
Just hurt himself there, I think. Another score for Kieran Dean, that's 2 points, and he is another player on the Brides team who's had a great day at the office.
I'm not surprised he's down. He's ran his socks off, he's cramping up here, but he's really put the miles in. As Reinhan gets the kick out of the way to Carl Bellew. Looks to be consolation time at this time. 6 minutes of additional time is the call, so there is time. Just 10 points in it. A couple of goals could swing this game. Ronan Bailey finds the ball, and he's had a big game as well. Gives the ball up to
that man as well, Richard Hayton, has used the ball very well. The 2 half-backs have been very good, Hayton and Michael Keane. I know Michael Keane had to go off for a couple of minutes. He was brought back and it was an error, but they played very well too, you know.
Yeah. Michael Keane has it. Sean Murray keeps the ball, gives it to Paddy Riley. Riley looks for support. They're going to keep the ball now. They're 10 points ahead. They want to draw Kilkerley out. Kilkerley looking like they're going to lose another final in succession. Ball is clipped inside to Herty. Herty's just been electric inside. He's full of confidence, taking on his man on his left foot, clips the crossbar over the bar.
Top class again by Kevin Herty.
So players, the Brides players underneath us here, all congratulating each other. They're in high spirits.
For a supposed defensive-minded team to rack up 119 so far, you know, speak volumes of the way they played today.
Yeah, you can see that they just got the turnovers at the right time. Any time they got to stop, they went down the other end and got a score. Like Lawrence Dean has had a great game as sweeper today.
Yeah, the work ethic as well has been phenomenal. And they've won, as I mentioned earlier, they've won that dirty ball around the middle, you know, and that's key to success too.
Sean Murray has the ball in his hand. Killian Kerr comes out the field. Walks the ball across to Aaron High. What a great sub he is to bring on.
Hasn't given one ball away since he came on. Set up a couple of scores there for Kieran Dean as well. The space in the Kilkerley defence is just opening up here all the time.
Yeah, Sean Brown has a chance now to add himself onto the score sheet. The substitute takes the shot, undercooks it into the arms of Rian Hand. He drills it out to Sean McElroy.
Yeah, it's immaterial at this. He's probably too much time on the ball there, you know, and just rushed the shot, but Kilkerley won't mind the slightest at this stage of the game.
So, the ball is in Kieran Bailey's hands, looking to get a consolation score, gives it out to Ty McEnany, remember Kilkerley down to 14 men. Shane Lennon, red card, just wasn't his day. As McEnany gets it onto his left foot, that ball is clipped to the right and wide.
Yeah, unfortunate miss there for Ty McEnany. He done everything right, but I suppose it just sums up his performance for Kilkerley. You know, it just hasn't happened for them today, unfortunately, and you know, that's probably down to the fantastic play by the Brides all over the field.
Black card earlier as well, so then 13 men Kilkerley. Ball is played short to Aaron High. Ball is played across now to Richard Haley. Time and space. Paddy Riley, he's had an exceptional game as well, Jim.
Yeah, fantastic. Caused serious damage in the square, and you know, the second half he's spent most of his time around the middle of the field, and he's been exemplary. But I just didn't foresee this kind of beating for Kilkerley. I really didn't after last week's performance against, you know, but I have to hand it to all my credit to the Brides. They've just been absolutely phenomenal.
Very composed, just could look after the lead and got the perfect start as well, the early goal.
Yeah, and they, to be honest, they look like a senior team.
Yeah, people kind of forget that they did play Division 1, they have been a Division 1 side.
And have been holding their own. I just thought on the basis of play, I thought Kilkerley's forward line would have a little bit, there's only one forward line here today, and that's the Brides.
Was intercepted by James Costello. Too Herty, to Kieran Dean, gives it out to Costello. Costello has men outside him, has the man Aaron High. Aaron High with the finish, he loves it. Aaron High with the two hands up.
He enjoyed that one. Brilliant score.
How pointed is that? Aaron High with the final, well, it looks to be the final score for the Brides, and true servant for the Knockbridge club.
Yeah, he deserves a big day like this, but again, he's come on and made a big difference as well. He hasn't given away one ball, you know. As I mentioned earlier, he set up Kieran Dean's 2 scores, and he's made a big difference, and you know, he deserves a day like today.
So Kieran Dean, he's giving it out to Sean McElroy just clips that to the right and wide. Darren Breen's going to take it. You can sense the anticipation underneath us here from the Bridesmen. They're mad to get out on the field and celebrate their great victory. They've been excellent. Throughout. They played an extra game more than anyone this year as well. That to play that replayed game against the Cavans in the group stages. So they're well used to Darver, and they're really enjoying themselves and enjoying their football.
Yeah, putting on a bit of a show.
Credit to the manager Declan McCoy, he's come in. We've suffered at the hands of Kilkerley last year as David Kettle bears through and goal and hand passes the ball over the bar.
Yeah, he had to take a bit of a break earlier on when he got the black card, but you know, he's done well to come back on. That's another great score for the Brides.
Yeah, I just mentioned Declan McCoy, the manager. He took it bad during defeat last year to Kilkerley at the semi-final stage. But that's it. The Brides CFC are intermediate champions for 2020 in a sparkling performance. 121 to 1-8, just shot the lights out and ended those 53 years of hurt. Just purely what they deserved, Jim. It was absolutely outstanding performance from start to finish.
Yeah, I think we owed them a big apology, Dan. We both went for Kilkerley win, and you know, I tipped me cap. That was one hell of a performance in an intermediate final.
That's it. I will leave you now on Lou TV. Big senior final tomorrow, but well done the Brides. We'll cut now to an ad break and we'll resume it with captain, hopefully, James Costello, raising the Seamus Flood Cup for St. Brides GFC.
Listen, it's a fantastic achievement. Can we please keep our social distance?
Lads, this way, just for a sec. This way, just for a sec. Hold on.
Sorry, can I just run this way, yeah?
Well done, Martin.
First of all, I'd like to thank CTI Business Solutions for sponsoring the Intermediate Championship this year. Listen, it was a fantastic game of football. I want to congratulate two teams in a very hard-fought final. And at the end of the day, it was just the last 10 or 15 minutes that the boys got very, very strong and went on to win the game. Well done to both teams. Well done to both teams and management. Well done. Next, I want to thank the referee, the linesman and the umpires. In fairness, it's great when you see a game of football being played and you don't notice the referee. That means it was a very good game of football. Second, I also want to thank Darver. For the last 6 to 8 weeks, Darver has been fantastic. Like, you know, in fairness, the committee led by Declan Bowen and Jason and Tony Bannon and all that, they've done a fantastic job over the last few weeks. I'd like to congratulate them. Well done, and in fairness to the groundsmen as well. Well done, Darver. Next thing I want to thank the supporters. Listen, there's only a few minutes left. You've done a fantastic job so far. Can you just please keep your social distance? And in fairness, in fairness, for the last 6 or 7 weeks, everybody's done what we're told to do. We had no problem at the gate, we had no problem at the grounds this evening. Listen, well done. Also, I want to thank Mark Bones and Live PRO for doing such a fantastic job with Live TV. In fairness, a lot of people from the Brides and Kilkerley couldn't get here today, and only for the coverage on TV, the commentary from LMFM, or social media, photographers and everything else, everybody done a fantastic job, and well done to everybody. I also want to thank Vinnie McCoy, who's been our security man for the last couple of days there. There wasn't too many people coming in through the hedges today, so it wasn't so bad here. So well done, Vinnie. I also want to thank Adrian Conlon for the food and supplying all the food for everybody. Listen, I'm talking too much, but next thing I want to do is, I want to call up James Costello, captain. It's my pleasure in presenting the Intermediate Trophy to James.
Right, lads, here, hold on. This way, yeah.
Thanks very much. First of all, I want to just thank Kilkerley, great bunch of lads. They came out here, fought their heart out, gave us a tough game, and they're always thereabouts. And we just want to give them a round of applause, lads. Where do I start, to be honest? We've the main man, Declan McCoy, over there. He's had us doing burpee Broncos since November. I don't want to curse here, but he ran something anyway. He's a serious background team with him. He had Monty there, Bruiser, Stephen Hiller, our physio, Donald Ferris. We also Enda's done a serious amount of Broncos with us there the last few weeks. He's kept us going. Only for the Broncos is right. But we also have Anthony Hoy, our chairman there, that's done a serious job. We've Joe, the secretary. I'm lost for words, lad, sorry. The committee, the whole committee there, I'm part of it myself. Jackie and Ed Costello, of course. Yeah, we're a great bunch of lads. Sorry, I'm just a bit choked up.
Wrap it up, Paddy.
Just want to get Aaron Hoy with me here for a second.
Hi, sir, happy come.
He's going to ride again next year. We've always been the bridesmaids, but today we're the bridesmaids.